I was thinking about Mask a while back, the cartoon. I don't know if you saw it. It was a great cartoon. It was like a mix between G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Star Wars. Like the best three things combined into a single show. I was thinking about some episodes thinking, like, man, I remember seeing some real far out stuff in these shows. I mean, this show came out between like 84 and 85 and 86. So I was pretty young at the time watching these episodes, and they just had so much cool stuff in it. Like everything about this show this is probably like the ultimate cartoon that's not talked about. Most people talk about Transformers, G.I. Joe, Ninja Turtles, He-Man. But M.A.S.K is seldom mentioned, but we all watched M.A.S.K. And man, like I said, look at some of these pictures that I have here. So you have, and this isn't what this video is even about, but I just want to point this out. This is like Optimus Prime here, and then this is like Cobra Commander, but these are actual different characters on the show. This thing here is like Hot Rod from Transformers, but this is like the main character on the show. I haven't seen it since the 80s, but I mean, look at these pictures. This was just such a kicking butt show. And then I guess they released the whole series, or at least the whole first season. So many episodes, and I guess the second season they just got into action. But wait until you see what this first season was about. It is absolutely, well, the toys were incredible. I had this toy right here, and it would shoot like it would shoot Chinese stars out of the front. Every toy in this set was awesome. This show, oh yeah, and I love that their gas station transformed. Yeah, see, like all these things transformed. It was just like the Transformers, and their gas station was a base. So like by day it looks like a normal gas station, and then it transforms into this base. And seeing this as a 6-year-old, every gas station I saw, I wonder if that's the M.A.S.K base. So look at this. This was so badass. It was like another Optimus Prime, but for M.A.S.K. Every single thing about this show was just bananas. But toys aside, cartoon aside, you gotta see something that I discovered here. I saw this a couple years back. I mentioned it in the White Book series, but we gotta look at this again as an isolated, singular video. All right, so this is the list of M.A.S.K episodes. How this show only lasted 2 seasons is beyond me. But let's look at these synopses. These synopses are phenomenal. The following is a list of episodes of the 1980s animated TV series M.A.S.K. The series ran for 2 seasons in 85 and 86. No origin episode ever aired. A mini comic was released with the toys that told the origin of M.A.S.K. and how Miles Mayhem had a falling out with Matt Tracker and his brother. And M.A.S.K was an acronym for Mobile Armored Strike Command, command with a K. And look at this, illusion is the ultimate weapon. So seeing this at such a young age helped develop this mindset, and this was presented as is. And I remember Aliens and other things early on were not conspiracy. It was normal. You had E.T., you had Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Chewbacca, and all the characters in Star Wars, Alien Nation, Alf. Aliens were normal, and then something happened, and suddenly if you talked about aliens, it was like, oh, it's a conspiracy, aliens aren't real. But prior to that, aliens were being presented as, oh, in V, the Final Battle, reptilian aliens. Aliens were presented as normal, and then out of nowhere, it was like you weren't allowed to talk about aliens anymore. And not only that, like all the mysteries of the universe and all that, those were accepted, and then it became weird. So let's take a look. Now, this is a show for kids. Oh, what was Venom's acronym? Venom is an acronym for Vicious Evil Network of Mayhem. Venom's primary goal was obtaining money through robbery and extortion. They were also sometimes involved in other crimes, such as counterfeiting and kidnapping. The organization often engaged in ruthless hunts for historical treasures. Venom also occasionally worked as a force of mercenaries for hire. And this also makes me think of Space Ghost. The cartoon of Space Ghost I remember the most was the Maltese Falcon episode. Did you ever see the Maltese Falcon episode of Space Ghost? I gotta rewatch it. I mean, I don't think I've seen it since the 80s, but maybe I saw it in the early 90s on Cartoon Network one day. But yeah, the Maltese Falcon episode of Space Ghost sticks out in my mind. Jabberjaw. Remember that big shark? Let's get to the topic here. And actually, wait, before we get into the main topic, let's take a look at the intro. So, seeing that is that yellow person, and then like the fake R2-D2 wannabe thing. This brings back so many memories. That shot right there. The Venom dude. It even has like Transformer sound effects. Dude. The 80s were so awesome. Come see the laser rays. Wow. Yeah, so everything in the 80s was awesome. M.A.S.K is one of them. Let's get to these M.A.S.K episodes. All right, here we go. Episode 1, The Death Stone. Venom steals a strange meteorite with healing powers using Switchblade disguised as a UFO. The Star Chariot. Venom steals a mystical arrowhead, rumored to point the way to an alien spacecraft buried in the desert. Look at the date on that. October 2nd, 1985. The Book of Power. Venom steals an ancient book which holds the secrets of a mythological city of riches. Highway to Terror, Episode 4. M.A.S.K tries to retrieve a stash of military plutonium that Venom plans to use to power an earthquake machine. Weather Manipulation, Episode 4. Video Venom. Venom hypnotizes innocent people through their television sets and threatens to use them to attack a Texas oil refinery if not paid a hefty ransom. They're hypnotizing people through their television sets. I mean, dude, 1985. Episode 6, Dinosaur Boy. Venom abducts a strange lizard creature whose antibodies prolong human life. The Ultimate Weapon. Venom obtains a device that jams the control systems of M.A.S.K vehicles, rendering their opposition immobile. All right, so you always hear about the government being able to put a stop to your car. Like all cars can be stopped after like 1995 or something. Episode 8, The Rotex. Venom steals a swarm of metal-eating bugs secretly developed by the military. So those are your nanobots right there. 85. This is why I grew up to be this way. I saw these episodes as a kid, and anyway, I'm going to keep saying that. Episode 9, The Oz Effect. Venom uses a strange vortex machine to abduct a village of Australian Aborigines and forces them as slaves to mine valuable crystal. I mean, you could make that into anything. Whether it's the Anunnaki, a strange vortex machine. Death from the Sky, Episode 10. Venom uses a tractor beam to steer a meteor to Earth, which threatens to destroy a major city. Episode 11, The Magma Mole. Venom uses a mole machine to drill into the Earth, which threatens Tokyo with devastating floods and an eruption of Mount Fuji. I mean, I think that one's in the Illuminati New World Order cards, right? The giant tsunami. Episode 12, Solaria Park. Venom hides a heat ray weapon in an amusement park. So heat ray weapons, directed energy weapons, and all those other, you know. Episode 13, The Creeping Terror. Venom unleashes a horde of giant caterpillars to destroy a South American jungle in hopes of finding a lost Mayan temple. Assault on Liberty. Venom steals the Statue of Liberty during a magic show and holds it for ransom. Episode 15, The Scepter of Rajim. Venom steals a mystical scepter from an Indian city whose inhabitants hold the M.A.S.K team hostage until its return. Matt Tracker must work alone to get it back. Episode 16, The Golden Goddess. This one's on YouTube. Venom steals golden relics from ancient temples in Singapore, liquefying the gold and smuggling it by pumping it secretly through a pipeline. Episode 17, The Mystery of the Rings. Venom goes to Stonehenge, not Stonehenge, but Stonehenge, with 3 mystic rings that will point the way to a wealth of ancient treasure. Okay, Stonehenge. So, Venom goes to Stonehenge with 3 mystic rings that will point the way to a wealth of ancient treasure. I wonder how many fans of Ancient Aliens grew up on watching M.A.S.K. I mean, we didn't really grow up watching M.A.S.K. It was only 1 to 2 seasons, but some of these synopses sound like they're straight out of Ancient Aliens. But Ancient Aliens came out this decade. Episode 18, Bad Vibrations. Venom threatens to blow up buildings in Hong Kong with a sonic weapon. More directed energy weapons or sound weapons, sonic weapons, 1985. Episode 20, Cold Fever. Well, actually, episode 19, Ghost Bomb. Venom plots to destroy the Panama Canal with a captured nuclear submarine. The Panama Canal. Episode 20, Cold Fever. During a trip to Alaska, Bruce Sato falls ill from a terrible virus, and M.A.S.K finds that Venom has the only cure: bioweapons. Episode 21, Mardi Gras Mystery. The M.A.S.K team enjoys a New Orleans Mardi Gras, but finds Venom there trying to steal the formula to a super fuel. So that means M.A.S.K or somebody had the formula to the super fuel, and Venom just trying to get their hands on it. But this super fuel exists. Episode 22, The Secret of Life. Venom steals an ancient Egyptian tablet from King Tut's tomb, which may contain the secret of life. Episode 23, Vanishing Point. Venom hijacks planes by setting up a fake airport, jamming radars, and confusing pilots to land there. Episode 24, Counterclockwise Caper. Venom conducts heists of Las Vegas casinos. Episode 25, The Plant Show. Venom threatens to cover Los Angeles with choking kudzu of mutated vines unless California pays a hefty ransom. Now, I wonder which of these like ransom threats that you've seen and that you've heard about here in M.A.S.K, and then I think it's Mission Impossible 2 or Mission Impossible 3, where they they threaten the local government to pay a ransom. Where did that actually happen? Because that must have happened at some point, being that storyline plays out in a lot of shows. And what were the threats? Episode 26, The Secret of the Andes. M.A.S.K must protect a revived Incan priest from Venom who has been frozen in ice found in the Andes and may know the secret location of El Dorado. Dude, this show is incredible. Episode 27, Panda Power. Venom abducts endangered panda bears from China, and M.A.S.K must rescue them. Episode 28, Blackout. Venom has a new vehicle called Blackout, which is capable of draining power supplies. Episode 29, A Matter of Gravity. Firecracker is destroyed in a battle with Venom, and Hondo gets a new replacement vehicle, Hurricane, in the end. Note, Hurricane was called Night Stalker in this episode. Episode 30, The Lost Riches of Rio. Venom steals a worthless painting, but M.A.S.K learns it really contains a secret map to lost treasure. 31, Deadly Blue Slime. M.A.S.K goes to Africa to stop a botched experiment which has created a deadly blue slime that consumes everything in its path. Oh, here we go. Episode 32, The Currency Conspiracy. M.A.S.K must stop Venom from using an organism that eats the ink off of printed money, rendering the bills worthless. Episode 33. 33. Caesar's Sword. Venom agent Slyrax poses as the ghost of Julius Caesar to scare off a team of archaeologists who have uncovered Caesar's sword of victory. 34. Peril in Paris. Buddy Hawks disguises himself as Venom agent Dagger in order to infiltrate Venom's secret base in Paris. There, he uncovers Venom's plan to find a Nazi doomsday machine. All these episodes. Holy smokes. Okay, here we go. In Dutch, a madman hires Venom to destroy the flood dikes in the Netherlands if their parliament doesn't allow him a political position. Hey, look at this one. 36. The Lippy Zayner Mystery. Lippy. Venom steals the famous Lippy Zayner stallions where an Arab purchases them for $4 million, but M.A.S.K team member Dusty Hayes foils their heist. 37. The Sacred Rock. Venom frightens a tribe of Australian Aborigines, again another Australian episode, who believe their god Mimi is angry with them. When T-Bob makes an appearance, the tribe thinks he is their deity. So let's see here. Mimi has a hyperlink. Hey, what do you know? Mimis, this is actually based on something here. Mimis are fairy-like beings of Amhem land in the folklore of indigenous Australians of northern Australia. They are described as having extremely thin and elongated bodies, like gray aliens. So thin as to be in danger of breaking in case of a high wind. To avoid this, they usually spend most of their time living in rock crevices. They are said to have taught the Aborigines of Australia how to hunt and prepare kangaroo meat. Wow. I guess this is what they look like. Maybe they're the same things in Nazca? I don't know. So that one came out November 1985. Man, they were pumping these out every single day. 38. The Curse of Solomon's Gorge. M.A.S.K goes to Africa to stop Venom, who has discovered King Solomon's treasures. Green Nightmare. Venom agent Vanessa Warfield sabotages Matt Tracker's private jet, which crashes in the jungles of New Guinea. The rest of the M.A.S.K team goes to rescue them. 40. Eyes of the Skull. Venom leader Miles Mayhem uses an ancient crystal skull, which allows X-ray vision to see through Matt Tracker's mask and discover his identity. Mayhem then kidnaps Scott Tracker for ransom. The Crystal Skulls. The Crystal Skulls. The Crystal Skulls. Oh, how about this next one? 41. Stop motion. Venom obtains an EMP bomb and threatens to loot bank vaults across the country by knocking out all the electronics for miles around. EMPs. I didn't hear about an EMP until like the year 2001. Although theoretically I heard about it in 1985 when I watched M.A.S.K. Incredible. EMPs. 42. The Artemis Enigma. Venom plans to steal a sacred horn from a group of monks that is rumored to detect gold. 43. The Chinese Scorpion. Venom agent Bruno Shepard disguises Stinger as a giant iron scorpion and kidnaps an archaeologist who knows the location of buried treasure inside the Great Wall of China. 44. Riddle of the Raven Master. Venom agent Vanessa Warfield uses trained ravens to steal London's crown jewels. As a diversion, Slyrax plants a bomb in Big Ben. Scott and T-Bob meet the Ravens of the Tower of London. Who are the Ravens of the Tower of London? Oh, they're right. The Ravens of the Tower of London are a group of at least 6 captive ravens which live in the Tower of London. Their presence is traditionally believed to protect the crown and the tower. Wow, nice. Neat. Episode 45. The Spectre of Captain Kidd. M.A.S.K foils a plot by Venom to get their hands on the lost booty of the pirate Captain Kidd. 46. The Secret of the Stones. Venom steals a strange stone then makes objects weightless. I guess it meant to say Venom steals a strange stone that makes objects weightless. 47. The Lost Fleet. M.A.S.K tries to stop Venom, who goes to Iceland in search of a legendary golden fleet. 48. Quest of the Canyon. M.A.S.K goes to Carlsbad Caverns, where Venom plans to steal the lost treasure of legendary gunman Jesse James. 49. Follow the Rainbow. Venom goes to Ireland to find the treasure of Brian Boru at the end of the rainbow. 50. The Everglades Oddity. Matt Tracker is bitten by a venomous snake, and while he recovers, Alex Sector must lead the M.A.S.K team to stop Venom's plan of stealing the NASA space shuttle. So the Everglades, I guess it's at the Everglades, Florida, and the NASA space shuttle and Kennedy Space Center, Cape Canaveral. I almost want to go rewatch the episode, see if I recognize anything in Florida. 51. Dragonfire. Venom goes to Bomeo to seek a lost temple. When they find it, they unleash the temple's lizard guardians against M.A.S.K. Hold on. Where is Bomeo? Bomeo. Pulau Borneo. Oh, it's Borneo. Borneo, not Bomeo. Is the third largest island in the world and the second largest in Asia. There it is. See, you learned so much geography from M.A.S.K. 52. The Royal Cape Caper. Venom steals Kamehameha. Kamehameha. Venom steals Kamehameha's cape and helmet, then mass produces replicas, selling them as expensive fakes. 53. Patchwork Puzzle. Venom steals a Civil War era quilt that contains a secret message to finding buried treasure at the Washington Monument in Washington, D.C. So I wonder if Dan Brown saw this episode. 54. Fog on Boulder Hill. Venom kidnaps an old woman who is hiding $20 bill printing plates. Venom wants the plates so they can make counterfeit money. I think that was in the G.I. Joe Cobra episode too. 55. The Plunder of Glowworm Grotto. M.A.S.K member Julio Lopez goes to New Zealand to help a local tribe preserve their land. There he discovers a Venom plot to steal pearls from giant clams that live in the ocean. Glowworm Grotto, what's that? The Waitomo Glowworm Caves attraction is a cave at Waitomo on the North Island of New Zealand. It is known for its population of Arachnocampa luminosa, a glowworm species found exclusively in New Zealand. The cave is part of the Wakamo Caves. Okay, pretty cool. Glowworms in the Waitomo Caves. And it's blurred. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow, that's cool. That's a really cool cave. New Zealand, here I come. 56. Stone Trees. M.A.S.K member Jacques Lefleur finds a stone tree inscribed with strange symbols. Venom later steals the tree, hoping it will lead them to a golden Indian totem. 57. Incident in Istanbul. Venom hijacks an armored car in Istanbul, stealing Constantine's chess set, which contains secrets to finding his golden crown. All of these hidden buried treasures. It's like they know where all of them are. 58. The Creeping Desert. A corrupt landowner hires Venom to destroy land in Acapulco, Mexico, rendering them worthless patches of desert, so he can buy it up real cheap and restore the land later with an advanced hydration machine. Now there's some tinfoil for you right there. That's probably happened. I think they're blaming, T. Boone Pickens for trying to do that in the United States. Episode 59, The Scarlet Empress. M.A.S.K member Calhoun Burns accidentally shrinks a priceless statue that Venom is trying to steal. A curious bird makes off with the statue. Okay. 60. Venice Menace. Venom has a device that turns the waters around Venice to jelly, allowing Stinger to drive on the surface and dig up Cleopatra's sunken barge. Here we go. 61. Treasure of the Nazca Plain. M.A.S.K foils a plot by Venom to steal a prehistoric South American treasure. Nazca lines were even there in 85, of course. 62. Disappearing Act. Venom steals priceless automobiles by shrinking them with a shrink ray. Oh man, the movie that just came out, Downsizing. And this predates Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. 63. Gate of Darkness. Venom abducts a cobra whose hood shows the way through a maze that leads to treasure in the Himalayan mountains. 64. The Manakara Giant. Venom uses a magic weapon to crash ships into rocky beaches. Local natives believe it is caused by an ancient curse until M.A.S.K discovers otherwise. 65. Raiders of the Orient Express. Venom infiltrates the Orient Express train looking for clues to Mad King Ludwig's treasures. Aha, so the success of Raiders of the Lost Ark played over into M.A.S.K. So now the second season is all racing series. So I guess it's just, we'll go through them anyway because I'm curious to find out what I missed. Season 2, Episode 1, Demolition Duel to the Death. During a harrowing demolition derby, Venom agents discover one of their own, a new Venom recruit named Boris Bushkin, is really a M.A.S.K double agent who foils their plans to eliminate M.A.S.K member Buddy Hawks. Ooh, what a twist. Season 2, Episode 2, Where Eagles Dare. Matt Tracker takes on the Mayhem brothers in a race that will win the victor a profitable transportation license. now there's a new one for a children's show. Hey, Episode 3, Homeward Bound. M.A.S.K member Ali Bombay returns to his homelands in India, but finds that Venom is using villagers as slaves to mine a valuable meteorite. Mining a valuable meteorite. Episode 4, The Battle of the Giants. Matt Tracker and the Mayhem brothers race to win a trophy that contains a secret formula, but the Mayhem twins, of course, play dirty in order to win the prize. Episode 5, Race Against Time. Brad Turner undertakes a mission to retrieve a rare plant needed to fight a spreading virus, but he soon finds Venom is after the plant as well. Episode 6, Challenge of the Masters. M.A.S.K and Venom battle in a race to win a trophy containing a microfilm that has secret access codes to any computer in the world. Hands over the microfiche. Or the microfilm. 7, For One Shining Moment. Venom surprisingly shows kindness by organizing a race for charity, luring M.A.S.K to participate. However, the race is really a Venom trap to eliminate M.A.S.K once and for all. Episode 8, High Noon. M.A.S.K and Venom enter a land, air, and sea race to show off their vehicle capabilities. Venom uses the race as a diversion to steal plans for a top-secret jet. 9, The Battle for Baja. M.A.S.K enters a Baja race where the Mexican president's son, Raul Vega, is also a competitor and offered to drive Goliath by Matt Tracker. Venom uses the opportunity to kidnap Vega for ransom. And the last and final M.A.S.K episode, Season 2, Episode 10, Cliffhanger. Venom gets their hands on dangerous seeds that can cause a plague, and M.A.S.K races to stop them. Well, that second season was fairly uneventful, other than the, But overall, being exposed to these concepts at age, I would have been 6 or 7. I would have been 6 in 85, 7 in 86. I do remember watching M.A.S.K, playing with the M.A.S.K toys, enjoying M.A.S.K. And I remember feeling like, this must be blasphemy, but I actually, for a period of time, liked M.A.S.K more than Transformers, G.I. Joe, and He-Man, and Thundercats, and Voltron, GoBots. For a period. I mean, obviously Transformers and G.I. Joe are the best, but, there were times where you get sick of seeing the same reruns, and then M.A.S.K came in, and M.A.S.K filled that void. So, M.A.S.K was awesome. It clearly planted conspiratorial thinking seeds in my mind, and I'm thankful for it. So, leave your memories of M.A.S.K below, or anything else you want to say. If you are a truther or into weaponized truth and other thought-provoking thoughts, critical thinking, independent thought, not following the flock, where were your origins of I know 9/11 for most people. I started off with alien. Well, really, I started off with just reality in general because I remember choosing my life in another dimension, and I saw the way humans were organized and how authority worked, and the stories of space and religion and science and authoritative figures and how TV can get people to believe anything. And then I liked aliens as a kid, and then, as I said earlier, aliens became like an off-limits topic, and that whole control of society made me say, what the heck? So I liked aliens and time travel. And the aliens and time travel, you know, after 9/11, I then found Alex Jones and David Icke. And, you know, but I've always been into conspiracy because I knew the world was not the way we were told it was. So, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Check out my other videos. Like, pass it on, or not. That's an ode to Richie from Boston. Share, like, and subscribe. Or don't. I'm out of here. Have a good one. May the force be with you.